Back at it again with the bread. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Another nice morning. Not too breezy. Not too hot. Let's see if we can get on some blue giggies again. I won't go for 10 this time. I'm just gonna go for better than 3. Let's put this like this here. I can go mobile a lot faster. Am I even on the bottom? Let's see. All right, I feel like I'm on the bottom. See if I can hold myself in the position where I'm at. I didn't bring the anchor with me. Thing's heavy. Jeff, good morning. But what I really should do, I should go back over there where that bed's at and just try to fish on the other side of it and see if my luck's any better. If it extends further where I was getting caught. Let's see. It's just a waiting game here. I think that would be the right move, right? Go where we know the fish might be, and then work from there. Like yesterday, I was fishing off the bank, caught a few, but I want to see if they're better. If this bed, ooh, that's a good way to lose your pole and your bait ball that way, like I just did. It's right about over here. Get myself re-up here. Buddy tried to get me to go out. He's on his jet ski right now. Oh no, what is going on here? It's always something stupid. Something as simple as me just rowing. Get my line all twisted up here. It's not fishing if you're not having some technical difficulties here. All right, this one's not too crazy. It just looped. I'm able to backtrack it pretty easily here. Just that minute of paddling, just paddling made me get this thing all freaking twisted up. What the heck? All right. Okay. Should we try this again? The right way? All right, if y'all saying stuff, give me a second. I'm a little preoccupied here. Again, split shot, pan hook, pan size fish hook, nothing crazy. Straight to the bottom with some bread, butter bread. See if fish get active. All right, let's see what the chat's saying. All right, morning everybody. Godfrey, I appreciate the sub, dog. Nothing yet, started throwing. Just getting started. Sun's coming out. Need my sunglasses on that are apparently all smeared up. I'll get my life here in a second. Together. Got them on the bottom. I'm trying to be. I see carp swimming in front of me. A little bit of wind. Let's fix. Maybe I should have brought my anchor. Trying to get myself situated around this bluegill bed that's like right off of here. All right, here we go. Let's catch a fish. Got some drift action happening here. Bluegill, but I did bring a trap bait, rattle bait to throw just in case I get tired of this. Try and make an effort to bring more gear than just the one single pole, and hoping that's gonna get the job done. Try to use this or paddle to get me turned around here. Just need one for right now, and then I can add to that. Hey, we got a bite. Is that a fish? Is that a fish? Is that a fish? Oh, it was. Definitely was a bite. Let's see, my bait's gone. It's not. It's not. Let's get back in position again. It's crazy when you're standing on the bank. The water doesn't look like it's moving that fast, but it's got a little bit of current on it. All right, let's try it again. Fish just jumped right next to me. No mermaids today. At least not yet. I don't see the alligator neither, so that's a good thing. Wait for a right fish to come along. This is the one time where I know where they're actually at. See, fish right there jumping. They're over here. I just got hit one on top of the head. They gotta get a whiff of this bread. All right, this is exactly where I want to be at. exactly where I want to be. KZ Pony, appreciate that. Chat, what's going on? Always, man. Try to switch it up. Usually I'm back here trying to catch some bass. I was looking a little lopsided in the bluegill column. That was a bite there. Come on. I think I can go any smaller with the hook I'm using. Gone. That was a hit. Sometimes you just know when your bait's Rob. Got the butt end of the bread that we're using here. Potato bread. I mean, I'll settle for a grass carp too. So they're definitely an option here. Yesterday I did cut the yard, but it became this massive project. Cutting branches from trees and breaking pine straw. Like, it was more work that I originally had signed up for. All right, fish. We're ready. Come on. Believe it or not, it wasn't until just recently I started having luck catching fish with bread. Though I see all these kids using it and they're crushing it. Live stream, a little slow. It is. It's always nice when you got this, that's the crib right there. So, it's nice to wake up, get a little fishing action in, get ready for the long weekend here. Gonna do some saltwater fishing later. Might try to go get some fiddler crabs if I can. I can't bear to spend $12 on maybe a couple dozen crabs. So lately I've been catching them when the tide's low and just bringing them back to the house. Dang, what the freak? Did I toss that off when I threw it? I'm telling you right now, maybe it would be alright if I was like anchor, but I do not like the fact that I'm drifting and because I'm trying to fish a certain spot, I'm gonna go teeny tiny. Teeny tiny. Try and get on some more sheep's head action here. So 1 minute, the water's perfectly still. Next minute, moving off the spot. It's my fault though. Push come to shove, if it gets too stupid, I'll just go back to the house and go get the anchor, but I really don't want to do that. I'd rather just fish. If this spot shows up dead, we're gonna go to another spot. Like I see a big carp tail right in front of me against the bank, straight ahead. Ironically, at this point, I could have just been fishing from the bank. River rat, man. I'm trying to catch a bluegill, but that don't work out. I'll switch it up and try to catch some bass. All right, that's a fish. That's a fish. Fish on. This one has a little fight to it. Get my bread out of the way. I don't want my bread to get soggy. All right, all right. Oh, no. Okay, God. I thought I was like, please don't tell me it swam up to the top. And I was like, my slack in my line. Had all the slack all of a sudden. All right, first fish. Oh, dude, this dude freaking swallowed the hook. Got greedy with it. All right. I don't know if homie's still surviving with this. Yeah, he's definitely... He swallowed that good. Unfortunately. Come on, man. Yeah. This is gonna become a catfish food here. Come on now. Try to get him grip a certain way. All right. Yeah. My man's not. He's not gonna make it though. All for a piece of bread. Damn, I'm bending the crap out of my hook too. All right. Tiny guy. Gotta take my picture though. Let's get him back in the water. Hope he'll make it. He's floating. Like I said, I do freaking swallow the hook. I hate that. For the bread, man. For the bread. And then didn't know how to do that to my hook there. Let's see if I can fix this. I mean, he's got a little life in him. I think I brought another hook with me, but geez. All right, one fish. He's like struggling. He has not swum to the bottom. I hate it. I hate it. It wasn't supposed to be like that, big dog. see if I can get back to where I was. Get back to where I was and not throw my pole in the water. Alright, I'm alright with this. I'm alright with this. Okay, one fish. They're definitely around here. What are all my sunglasses? Alright. It's not even that deep right over here neither. It's a crazy thing. The deepest part is like the middle of the pond, like maybe 15 feet. This is exactly where I caught the bluegills yesterday fishing on the bank, so at least it feels like I know what I'm talking about. Not a bad day to be fishing. Yeah, the gator's somewhere around here. I just don't know. There's two of them back here. Yeah, that's that bluegill that's trying to make it. All right, is that a bite or is that me drifting? Yeah, cause too much commotion. The alligator will show up. I was throwing a frog and the thing was trying to go after the frog the other day. Now I'm drifting backwards. Let's see how strong I can rotate these hips, keep myself in position. But I'm also like 10 minutes from the beach. So that's why, again, you'll find me either saltwater fishing sometimes. It's just been a struggle bus to get up early. My buddy was out like at 6:30 this morning. He's been catching some ribbon fish. Not on purpose, but that's what he had texted me. And was trying to fish yesterday evening, but Mother Nature had other things in mind. All right, we're just gonna let the drift take me where I want to go. It's whatever. Okay, let's try luck over here. Hopefully by the time I get to where I'm supposed to be, there's a fish on the other end. I can keep my line tight. Fish just jumped right to the right of me. Sorry. This camera's really close to my face, so I'm just trying to take my time to look at it, maybe. I mean, it's pretty warm here, honestly. I don't know about the water's been actually really hot. I'm hoping the weather holds off so we can have a nice weekend. Nice to kick it off with catching some big fish. I gotta keep the catch clean cook going. Get it. Get it. Maybe the bigger fish are at the bottom of it. The deepest part of the water here. Let's see. Yeah, but we got bluegills back here. There's largemouth bass, garfish, and catfish. What kind of catfish, I couldn't tell you. Maybe mudcat, flathead, I don't know. I did put some channel catfish back here, though, back in February, but I don't know how long it takes for those things to get big. And then we have, there's carp back here. Caught a few of those bad boys with my homemade garlic dough balls. Biggest one's like 11 pounds that I caught. I'm pretty sure they're bigger than that. Am I even getting to the bottom? Let me put another split shot on. At this point, I feel like the water's having its way with the bait and my line. Let's double up here. I get my little bait bag this some point today. That ain't in the crab trap because I'm just trying to catch blue crabs. Have it on demand at the dock, but these crabs are just crabs, pinfish is jacking my bait. Like an hour of fishing and the bait's gone with no crabs to show for it. I think that's the alligator over there to the right of me. Or it could be a log. I'm not too worried. They're not big gators, so we should be good. You're not gonna see me get caught lacking out here. Creekside, appreciate the sub, dog. Thank you. Real life, what's up? Yeah. I know I promised I'm supposed to be going to other places, but my problem is, again, if I'm gonna hop in the truck and go somewhere, 9 out of 10, I'm just gonna go down to the marina, hop on my boat, because it's already in the water. I don't have to deal with like having a trailer, bring a kayak, because if I go to a lake, I don't have a setup really for that unless I go with somebody. So I really need to kind of explore my options, or maybe just kind of find some like little private little spots that I can at least do some bank fishing, have some fun, or maybe some creeks. Supposedly there is a creek that runs behind this woods, like that's 100% fact, but I don't know if you can navigate it without having any issues. And I don't know if you need to go in it like at high tide or something like that, because sometimes it can be pretty. It's not sometimes, it actually is. Like if I walk back there right now, it's marsh back there. Honestly, I should try to go see if I can catch some fiddler crabs back there. I mean, there's some big, there's crabs. It's Fiddler Crab Island back there. Come on now. I know I'm at the bottom because I'm bringing up twigs. Let's see if we can get a big fish out here. Creekside, put it to work, man. I got this from my dad. He's got a new bass boat, and this was just sitting behind the shed. He didn't need it, so I was like, I'll gladly take it off your hand, because I had bought a kayak from Dick's Sporting Goods. It wasn't a fish. I mean, it was a fishing kayak. Like it had 2 fishing rod holders in the back, like this here, but didn't have some of the extra gear, like you see up front with the fishing rod holder here. I don't know if it even had like a storage compartment up here. It has the Yak Attack anchor system here. So by the time you start adding everything up for what you're gonna need for like a basic fishing kayak, I mean it was like I'd rather just maybe fix a boat up and try my luck that way instead of buying a whole new boat. Because I do have a John boat in the backyard that it's on the project list, and I don't know the first thing about fixing the John boat. So either I gotta go on YouTube and figure it out, or maybe hit up some of my friends that work on boats to see what they might recommend. Because I like to be able to use that as a freshwater boat, or like just being able to go in some really shallow water, launch from like the park to go in the river some places. But I do have a 21-foot Carolina skiff that you'll find me on sometimes. And I love that boat. It's a great recreational boat, great fishing boat. You will get the crap beat out of you though riding, because it is a skiff, not a true flat bottom. But you'll if it's rough, you're gonna feel it. But I've taken that boat from here, from Wilmington, up to Harker's Island, Outer Banks area, and it was a great ride. Like, no complaints from individuals riding on it. The only issue we had was when we came back and it was like a storm, and I'm pretty sure it was hailing, and we were still like maybe like an hour and a half out from being in waters that was familiar for us. So don't recommend getting caught in a storm with one, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what? Sometime I'm gonna switch it up here. If we're gonna drift, I might as well just use something I'm gonna work with. I have the it's the Ultra Elite 21, so it's like the modified V, and I've had it now. What year is this? A 2021. I got it brand new. In fact, I think we were looking at a different boat, and the boat we were trying to get was no longer available. This was right during COVID. I mean, there was boats, but no motors, no trailers. Everything was just hard to come by, and it just worked out where this one wasn't even listed online yet. Someone had built it, and so it didn't come with any specs that, I mean, if there's things I would change, I don't know. I would consider maybe getting like having a jack plate maybe, but even then I have a trolling motor. And then I guess it usually comes with like they call it the salt white Suzuki outboard, but they had a matte black motor and they upgraded it, and it actually looks pretty clean on the boat. So I love it. The only thing I want now, I don't know if y'all seen these boats, is like I think they're made like in Finland. I think. Don't quote me on it. It's called an Axopar. Those boats are very, very nice. Not for fishing, but just for like pleasure ride. Like, that boat's just nice. Have a boat for every occasion. All right, so this is what we're throwing. This is a Strike King. I'm gonna try this out. Got my bait caster. Usually I have a Texas rig rigged on this thing, but holy cow, that thing freaking flies. Got some weight on it. Yeah, luckily I'm fortunate with the fishing. As fishing goes, like, this is behind the house, so this is why if you find me going live, you'll find me back here. And but then again, I'm like 10-15 minutes to getting down to the boat. The boat's in the water, so I don't have to worry about trailering it, which makes it great. And if I don't feel like going on the boat, I can fish from the dock. I can fish from the boat while it's at the dock. And I'm 5 minutes from I wanted to go out the inlet to the Atlantic Ocean, I can. It's not the safest because it needs to be dredged. Like, it's so shallow out there. You literally can stand out probably like halfway in the middle of it and be like in 3 feet of water. It's pretty crazy. This thing bombs. And so that's pretty cool. And then the inshore fishing here is great. Like, I mean, you'll catch everything you catch inshore, you can catch pretty much in the river, unless you go into like the actual inland part of the river where you're gonna get more of that freshwater species, striped bass. But you can get striped bass on the coastal side. You just can't keep them if they're caught in the coastal water. But we have red drum, black drum, speckled trout, weak fish, which are gray trouts, they'll call it sometimes. You know, bluefish, pompano, croaker, sea mullet. Trying to think. I mean, I've caught Jack Crevalle inshore. It doesn't happen often, but you'll definitely get a few here and there. Nurse sharks. I mean, I'm sure I'm missing a few. Toadfish, be into that. Pufferfish. Flounder. Not that you can keep them here yet in North Carolina. Okay, that's not an alligator. That's just a log floating. And what else? And then obviously, if you go deeper water, then there's plenty of types of fish you can catch there. And then again, that same 10-15 minutes. If not, I'm not going to be on the boat, I can try surf fishing if I want to. We have several piers to fish off of. A couple places off the river that you can fish off a pier or off a bank or dock type of situation. Bomb. This thing just, I'm telling you, this thing just flies. Hope we get a fish here. Yes, Lady McGuire, yes. Make sure you have plenty of storage space. You don't think you need it, I promise you, you'll need it. That was our biggest problem. That's why we went with the boat we had. Also, make sure, like, one thing I think I would do differently is just look and make sure, like, on the side, like the gunnel, like, it's wide enough. Like, you don't need to be crazy wide, but it's nice to have a little bit of space where maybe you can, 2 people might be able to walk by instead of like, all right, you first, and then the next person go. Our biggest thing was bow seating. With the 21 Elite, it has great bow seating. Like it's kind of cut out. It's not flush with the bow rail. And you have cushioning around the bow, and then you can put a table there, but easily can sit like 5 people up front if they wanted to. Then you got a seat at the helm, and then you got 2 jumper seats that can sit 2 people in it. Cup holders for days. So like I said, it's a great recreational boat just for like pleasure rides. That's what I primarily do for my charters, is just take people boat ride and they want to go sunset cruise and just keeping it simple. Anchor up somewhere. Where am I going here? Come on now, Shad, do your thing. First time throwing this too, so I have no expectations. We got to build trust here. usually how it works. Usually how it works. I'm just hoping later on today it's gonna be like, I hope it's like this here. Like I said, we've been having some crazy thunderstorms pushing up. It was like that last Wednesday when I was down at the dock base. Water was angry. It was lightning like crazy. I saw this boat flying on the water. I don't know how they were even still out because it was pretty bad. And I think I just said over the weekend someone died from getting struck by lightning on their boat. Well, I don't know if they died, but they definitely are in critical condition from what I saw. They had to get actually airlifted from our area to like Chapel Hill, which is like 2.5 hours away. I'm trying to figure out. I hope our trash is not coming today. They didn't tell us they were. That was damn near in the tree there. Nope. All I have is my bread. Yeah, I'm using my phone. I'll show you what I have on. This way, you know, so like it's not like I'm ignoring anybody. So this is by Newer's camera mount. This thing, I use it to film most of the time whenever I'm wearing my GoPro or if I'm live streaming and I want to provide this like point of view if I don't want to use a tripod. But this is magnetic. I have a MagSafe case on my phone, and this works great. And like I said, like you can adjust it. You know, I'm obviously filming. You know, I'm streaming vertically, but you can film horizontally. And really, depending on what I might be doing, I switch it up here and there. But what I like about this too is it does come with an action camera, GoPro mount that you can use. I used to wear a chesty mount all the time, but I felt like for my phone, the phone was really heavy. It was stressing out the bands, the straps. So I felt like it wasn't. It just. I was wearing literally a belt around my chesty mount so that provide a little bit of some additional like support for the chesty mount when wearing the phone. And then I also had to wear my gooseneck because it was much closer than this and I couldn't see the screen. Difficult to take off, whereas I just pop this off. I can look at the phone, see what's up. It does if I lean forward, like if I, like, let's say if I'm like, it's weighted a little bit, so like it should hold in place. It's just if I'm like doing something crazy where creating a lot of movement, but for the most part, it's pretty steady. Like I like it a lot. I can just grab this, put it on and go versus my chesty mount. Like I was ride or die chesty mount. I can't remember the last time I wore a chesty mount. It's either this or I'm using like the jaws, flex jaw that I have stuff mounted on to attach to like a rail or something on the boat usually. Sometimes certain mounts, man, you gotta too much fiddling around. The only thing I would say about this here, I wish I had was, and I'm sure they make them. I just probably need to look one up and figure it out. Is it having like a cold shoe on it, or I could put my mic to it. They don't make it easy to attach your transmitter versus some of my other like phone mounts that I have where Harry has it on there. So only caught one bluegill today. With the bread, split shot, panfish hook. Trying my luck now with the shad here, the red eye shad, by striking. Honestly, I think it's nice to like sometimes. All right, so this thing freaking drops. Like it drops. It's not what you think it is, bird. It's not what you think it is. It's gonna be a hot one. I'm just glad I cut the yard yesterday. I ain't gotta do it now this weekend. And just so you know, unrelated, if you are on the fence about this thing, literally is trying to catch my bait. Get out of here, bird. I got the Ryobi electric one, and honestly, I'm very impressed with this thing. I got a pretty big backyard that I got to cut too, and it lasts front and back, and then some. I probably can cut the front yard a second time if I had to. Oh, let's not get stuck in the tree here. Mr. Sun's coming out to play, man. Yeah, but then so here's the thing. Like if I have the phone, like let's say I can see the chat. If the phone's like right here, again, there's nothing wrong with that. Me personally, I just think everybody watching want to be in the action. So when I actually do get a fish on, it's you're right there. Plus, it makes it great too, so I can like clip it for later and repost it as a shorter, or a reel or something, which is what I usually do. Like, but that's what's worked for me. That's been how I've been mostly filming my stream. And then sometimes again, depending where I'm at, like if I'm at the dock and it's pretty stable, I'll bring the tripod. I'll have the tripod set up. Because sometimes I don't want the camera. Sometimes I want to be on camera, And then if I'm smart and I bring the right stuff, I'll have a tripod with the mount that is, come on, that is what do you call it? It's a magnetic mount so that I can just pop it off. So if I do get a fish on, I can switch it up, put it on the neck mount, and again, keep you in the action. And that's probably what I could have done here, where it's like, all right. But I just thought of that. I'm pretty sure I've thought about it, I just don't do it consistently because I got all kinds of mounts, all kinds of gear. I'm always trying to figure out what that right angle for the shot, especially on the boat. Like I like to film my boat rides all the time, and I use my 360 for that. And again, I still haven't like landed on a spot that I feel like is the best angle. But I do like having the boat mounted up front. The only problem is if people are riding up front, then they're kind of like in front of the camera. And then it kind of blocks the shot. So the only shot you can take is of the looking out from the bow out in front of you. It's shad with the red eye though. No takers yet. Oh yeah, video I just put up yesterday. That was just me messing around with the 360 app and editing in that. And I think once I figure out how to do a little better job with it, I think it'll be a lot easier. But I think I did all right. All things considering how I usually do it. I usually just put the mount up and just let it ride, and you get what you get. But I was able to kind of focus in on some of the boats passing by, changing the angle where I was, was looking back at the helm, like I was in my bag on it. I am gonna put a camera on the crab cage though. I'm telling you that right now. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Like, is it pinfish? Is it crabs getting in, getting out? Because I've been looking at videos of people's crab traps, and they don't have the same piece that I just put on, and they're not having trouble. They're pulling up, 5, 10 crabs in their trap. Their bait's gone, but they got crabs still hanging out. So I'm like, why? Why these crabs don't love me? And again, it could be very well be a pinfish. They're notorious for eating they're pretty vicious with it. Um, Lucky for me, that's not an issue around here. So, Caden was good, man. We don't got no no one out here bothers me. And again, my house is like right there, so the retention pond is literally out the back of the house. I can throw a line into the water if I wanted to. Damn near have alligators almost in the backyard, so we're Gucci over here. No takers on this, man. This is... Yeah, I thought this was going to be... I can tell I'm getting bottom because I'm pulling up all this, like, pine straw. Dead pine straw. Okay. Get out there. Boom. I am impressed how this thing casts out, man. It has some weight to it. I'm gonna have to come back here magnet fish though, because there's a lot of gear in the water that has to be recovered. Some of it's mine, some of it's somebody else. I know there's an iPhone 13 up here by the brush because I dropped my phone while streaming on a different boat. I'm just curious if I can recover it. I think after the 4th of July holiday, I might go canvas the island. Just drag it through the sand, see what I can find. I'm pretty sure there's tons of stuff that it's gonna be left behind or lost. See, look, fish going nuts over there. What is happening? It's like a feeding frenzy over there. Let's get there. I've never seen that fish jump like that. Stay. Let's see if I can capitalize. I don't need to really be right on them. I just need to cast over them and just see if I can retrieve it fast enough and snag somebody. Bombs away. I haven't even had coffee yet. It's on the list of things I gotta do. All I'm trying to do is see if I can get a... Ooh, I thought I had something. I think I just snagged bottom. Come on, come on. See, look. There's the alligator right there going in the water. I didn't even see that dude. Trying to keep my hand steady. All right, he's already in the water. I didn't even see that guy. Yeah, the water's taking a lot from me. I lost the phone a different time on the boat. I was checking. I got a text message. I went to go check it, and the next thing you know, it fell out of my hand, hit the side, and then it's floating at the bottom of the Carolina Beach Basin. What made me more mad was the fact that I got back to the dock and I'm still getting notifications on my iPhone or my Apple Watch. Which is kind of impressive. 19 feet of water and still be that far away from the phone. Because why is my dog outside? What are you doing, Lola? Go. Ah, crap. My dog just, I'm like, why is there a dog walking around my yard? And it's my dog. It's my dog. On that note, I gotta go get her because she's gonna be wandering. Lola! Alright. Anyways, y'all do me a solid. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Please give your boy a follow if you haven't already. I got her. And make sure y'all check out the channel. Please share. I appreciate all the likes, the loves, the engagement. Always enjoy it. We'll be back at it. I'm not sure what's going on for the holiday weekend, but I'm sure some fishing is going to be involved. But thanks again, kicking it with me. I gotta go get my dog back because I left the gate open and she's Dora the Explorer, and she's gonna make me work to try to go get her. So I don't even know where she ran off to. Let's see if I can do this without falling off. Last time I did this, fell into the water. I did it. I got her. Pets, man, pets. Until next time, y'all, take it easy. Hopefully some fishing in yourself. Peace out, y'all.